Biggest challenge I have faced during content creation is that doing it regularly. Make at least 20 reels in advance, then you start posting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be reels or there might be content that you feel should go viral and it doesn't, and it sometimes does demotivate you.
Algorithm is too rude. The IPL rights sold for 5 years is 50,000 crore.
Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of AMA Marketing Podcast, co-powered by AIM by Digiaccel, a specialist institute in marketing and growth. So today we have a very special guest with us. It's Vijay Chandan. He's the Vice President of Sales at Sony Pictures. He's worked there for more than 14 years. He's an avid cricket fan and is very passionate about it. He's a content creator and has about 17,000 followers on Instagram. So let's meet him. Hey, hi Vikram, how are you?
I'm fine, Aakriti. How are you doing today?
All good. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. So tell the audience a little bit about you. I'm very sure they must be very excited to know what you do and what are your passions. Like I mentioned before, you're the Vice President of Sales at Sony Pictures, but you also pursue cricket as your passion. Like you play, you create content around it. How did that happen? Like how did that journey start for you?
See, first of all, I would like to speak about my sales career. So when we talk about sales, I've been in this industry from last 26, 27 years now. And out of that, 20 years with broadcasting, 14 years with Sony Pictures. And prior to that, I have worked with companies like ESPN for 6 years and some big brands like Pepsi and Parle initially for 7 years of FMCG.
Wow.
And when it comes to cricket, cricket is my passion. I always wanted to become a cricketer. Chose sales as a career, and once ball started rolling, things started rolling. And once I was settled in my sports field and selling sports in 20 years back in ESPN, so I joined my passion back. So it's a very rare combination for people where they can sell something which is very close to their heart, and cricket is very close to my heart, and cricket is a religion in India. So that's what I have been doing in sales. And when it comes to content creation, content creation is in. Everyone is talking about content creation, and if you love something, there's a famous one line what people say, that if you love someone, you should show it. So I love cricket and I have been selling it for a while. I know the infrastructure, the type of things, what all are the changes which has happened in last 20 years. So I thought, why not to make content? And I'm a corporate cricketer also. Yeah. I play cricket one or two matches a week, and that's my switch of time also.
And you have 6,000 runs, like you told me.
Yeah, I have a 6,000 runs in corporate cricket, and I've earned
awesome.
those. I have earned those runs over last 5-6 years, and I'm a wicketkeeper batter.
Oh, that's so nice, and it's so rare that you actually get to pursue what you love in your profession, especially so close. Like it's not that rare, but it's like in your case, it's like so closely related that you create content on cricket and then you also sell cricket. So how do you juggle both of these things together? Like how do you really manage creating content and your professional journey together?
So if I say, work always comes first, that my focus is working for Sony Pictures Network, and it's a brilliant company to work with, and getting that opportunity to sell something what you love, it itself gives you a lot of kick. And being a salesperson, the most important thing every morning you need is that you need a kick, or you need a lot of self-motivation, because salespeople travel alone on long flights, on long travels, 7-8 hours of journeys. One of this thing is there. And the second thing is, when I talk about content creation, I have to get a lot of time for that, because content creation again needs a lot of analysis, a lot of research on whatever content you are making, because the brand building is all around, trust what you are doing. And people trust you if you are giving them the right information. So you don't have to, I can't, because the brand I work with and the type of, I'll say, the pedigree I have with ESPN, Sony Pictures, Pepsi, all these brands. One thing what I have learned is the business ethics, right? If your ethics are right, people will trust you.
that's really awesome. I think that's a great journey that you've taken us through. And like you said, it's about delivering value. It's about what you can add to people and to the audience, and similarly at your workplace as well. How well you're able to deliver output and how well you're able to deliver value to the people you're working with, so that they start trusting you. And that's all about a personal brand as well. You're trying to deliver value through your content, and then people start trusting you for that particular niche like that you've developed for cricket, right? So tell us a little more about your sales journey. So you've been in sales for the last 20 years or more than that, right?
Yeah.
But you know, there's a very like a scenario wherein people don't really prefer sales, right? There's a perception in the mind of the people that, you know, they don't prefer sales, they want to switch to marketing after 2 years of sales, right? What would you like to tell them, that why have you been in sales for the last 20 years, and like you said, you're so passionate about it, you've been enjoying that journey for so long, and you know, not just with like with various companies, you've had like long stints, right? So and you've stuck around in the same department. So what would you tell them, like what perception do you have of sales, and why do you think that is important?
See, if I talk about sales, the guy who is doing sales for any of the companies is the face of the company in the market, right? Let's talk about any brand. If it's a FMCG brand, the guy who is going on the shop and delivering that pack of Lays or a pack of a cigarette, who's selling some product, it can be a candy, it can be anything, it can be you can say toiletries, he is the man behind that sales. So when we all whenever in our management courses and MBAs, we always talk that marketing is what you generate a pull, and when it comes to sales, you have to do a lot of push selling. Okay, when the product is new, you have to push and sell your product, place it on the shop, or if we talk about services, service sales, you have to give that service to people, then only they can experience. So sales is really a tough job, I'll say. It's not an easy game. It needs a lot of mental ability. People have to be very strong mentally, because the best thing about all other department is that people are, you know, working in groups. If you are in operations, if you are in sales, marketing, if you are in logistics, you are, you know, sitting in office, you have that comfort of, you know, talking to your colleagues and taking decisions. But a sales guy is mostly, if I talk about frontline sales, they are traveling all alone, and they have to face the customer also. And I always keep telling my team, it's not easy to get money out of someone's pocket. You know,
absolutely.
You have to, because the product is ready, ad is ready, creative is ready, but now you have to go and tell that person, please give me this money, I'm giving you this thing. And you know, starting from primaries to secondaries to tertiaries, it's a job, it's a process, and it's a very simple process. You don't need I'll not say education plays a very important role, but if you know your product, you know your customer. You know, if what people say is KYC, you know your customer. If you know your customer and you have an art of doing the right probing, you can probe him, you can generate that need and sell that product, you can do that. But yes, you have to be mentally very strong, because there are so many times you will get an option when there is no one to support you. You are traveling on a late night flight, or you are in a train where no one is you know, taking care at what time your train is coming or not, but you have to keep yourself motivated, because you have a plan in your mind. You are going for that sales, you have to close that thing, you have to close that project, generate revenue for the company. So that's the most important part of what sales guy do.
But
and it's a very important job.
But why did you stick around? So like you said, it's a tough job, and you know, you are a single man army, no one is there to, you know, kind of take care of you. Then why did you stick around in sales for so long?
See, when you are a single man army, you know, you can prove that I'm doing it. Okay, so there's a common a very famous saying from my mentor. He always say that when you are surrounded by lot of negative forces and army, you know, the best thing is you can shoot in any of the directions. So the best thing with sales is that you can use your brain, you can take calls, whatever you know, verbal discussion we are having, I can use my brain. And you must have seen that movie Rocket Singh Salesman. So that guy, the boss tells to his subordinate that the best art of a sales guy is to read what the someone is writing, or ulta dekhna usko. So those type of street smartness thing, and it's more of a common sense how people will behave in different scenarios, and no one is perfectionist, you know. I have also done a lot of mistakes over these years, and this is one thing I believe to all the youngsters who are watching this podcast, I would like to tell, I believe this is one of the industries where AI will take over at the last, because there's a lot of human emotions, you know,
Yeah.
how I'm talking to you, it's a lot of relationship. If
Correct.
you know me, I know you, okay, you will give sales to me.
Correct.
I will be helped, I'll be one person who will go and crack the deal by just putting an arm around my client and say, okay, I'm there. So people trust each other. People might not trust a computer or AI that much for these sort of jobs,
Right.
but where there is a human, you know, you must have seen that you are going to some, for buying something, you go with a brand in a mind. Let's take an example of an electronic store. You say, okay, I have to buy a LG a washing machine. You go there, you meet a guy who's a very sweet guy who knows that product and the way he's selling, he's very
Correct.
passionate about that product,
Correct.
and he will give you a demo and you will end up buying some other brand.
Correct.
So that's a conversion what a sales
Yeah.
guy can do. So that's a
Yeah.
lot of energy they add, and I wish everyone sticks to that, and it's a very high paying job.
Yeah.
I should must admit that, and I should say that sales is a very high paying job. People who really want to do lot in their life, because they have to think like an entrepreneur. They have to you know, put a hat of an owner. They have to think like that. They are
Yeah.
running a company,
Yeah.
and they get good incentives and good profits.
No, absolutely, you're
Profit shares.
absolutely right. Because when I did my sales stint with L'Oreal, I thoroughly enjoyed it because it's not a boring job. I would say, first of all, yes, it's a challenging job, but you really have fun while doing it, right? Meeting new people, trying to convince them, trying to know the psychology of the person who you're interacting with, and you know, different people have different psychologies.
Right.
You know, different people have different ways and behaviors, and you know, you trying to convince different people differently is what really attracted me. And like you said, it has a lot of human emotions.
Yeah.
It has a lot of human touch to it, which is very important. And it has got more important in today's time, like you mentioned about AI,
Yes.
right, where everything is being computerized, everything, technology is taking over so fast. Today we require human emotions more than anything else in the world.
Exactly.
Right? And I think that brings me back to your content creation journey, wherein you interact with the audience, wherein you're not directly, so one area of sales where you're directly interacting with people every day, right? And you get to see their reactions, you get to see how they are behaving, how they are reacting to what you're saying, right? On the other hand, in your content creation journey over Instagram, where you have like about 17,000 followers as well, you're interacting with people, but you're not able to see their reactions, right? You're just speaking to a camera. So how do you really see what is working for you? What is your audience reacting to? Who are they reacting to? So like what are they reacting to? So how do you gauge that?
See, social media is a two-way, you know, channel. Whatever you are putting it on your channel, it comes back. It comes back as an engagement. If engagement is good, people are liking it. So engagement can be positive and negative too. If you are talking something which is nonsense and people don't like it, they will give you a backlash then and there. And you have to face, it doesn't matter, you are an MBA from some top institute, you're working with Sony Pictures, or you are doing whatever in your life. If people doesn't like you, they will write anything, and you should be ready for that. Okay. Initially I was taken aback how someone can write this thing to me, but I'm okay with that now, because I understand that the same people, it's the same bunch of people give you a lot of appreciation also, and they engage with you.
Right.
So when you are making a brand, you know, if Surf Excel is selling a brand, they have to take both. If someone is having a color fade, they will complain also. If someone is having a very good, so good feedbacks come less, more comes more. And when we talk about social media, whatever you are putting in on your Insta, if I talk about my brand, Yorker with Vikram, whatever I put there, so it gives a lot of insight, because over the period I have learned that you don't have to give opinions, ask people for opinions. Okay. So if you will see my content now, because you don't have to be a boss or a teacher on a social media. Okay, I have said this is right. Virat Kohli is not performing, take him out of the team. You can't talk like that, because Virat Kohli is a king. He knows I can say I'm expert, I know a lot of, but I can't be better than them. So you can give your opinion. Don't you think you have to engage people with you? So when you say, you don't see their expressions, I can see their expressions, because when you post your reel and you realize that algorithm is pushing it, it means that people are liking it, the watch time is more, people are commenting on that. A good comment or a bad comment is a good comment in Instagram, because people are engaging. And if it becomes shareable, nothing like that. One of my reels recently went 12 million. It was a very common reel. I was talking about one of the channels, I don't want to name it, that the type of views they are showing and the type of views the other channel showing is different. One is showing live and the other one was showing cumulative views. So that was very journal information. Maybe while making that content, I never realized that 1.2 CR people will watch this reel. But yes, 12 million is a big number, and it became a shareable content, and people started sharing it. And if you are adding value, if you are delivering anything which is authenticated, it has a value, people will share it.
Yeah.
So shareability is a very important part of social media.
Absolutely. I think content that people can send to their friends is something that works more. I've seen even with my reels that content that has been shared more would have more viewership, right? And like you said, it's about adding value. So even if you're trying to kind of create content that adds value, that also creates an impact, right? So for example, there's a reel that you felt is very shareable and you felt that this should go viral, but it didn't, and you felt that, oh, why did this reel not work around, and you have no data around it because people have not reacted to it. Now according to people, that reel might not be great, right? But it could also be the algorithm, it could be other variable factors as well, like the time that you've posted it, right? How do you feel and what do you do about that?
See, it happens every day. Okay, if I share 4 reels a week, at times you feel like before posting, this reel will go viral, man. People are going to share this. People don't share that because you think you are you know everything, but it's not like that. And everyone thinks, everyone doesn't think alike. Okay, most of the people know that. When I started my content journey, I used to copy people. I used to see what is trending. Let me make content around that. So I believe you need someone in your content team who can guide you. You need someone to give you feedback. Your friends who are watching your reels, you have to take feedback from them. Sometimes people, even as close as my wife at times tells me, why you are doing this, and why you are not at ease while making your content. So these are the points what you have to take from people. And when we talk about the content, you feel like this will go viral and that doesn't go viral. Yes, that at times you feel like, okay. And when you talk about timing matters a lot. And Insta in algorithms talk about the particular times that my people are active at 9 p.m. or they are active at 6 p.m. the people who are following me. But if I talk about my product, what I am selling, my experience says whenever I have posted the content at 11 p.m. in the night, so people like it more. And if we talk about Instagram average algorithms, they say 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the prime time, but for me it works at 11. So you have to do a lot of experiments with your product, and you have to reshare also at times. Maybe today's election results coming out, people are not following cricket content more, and you posted some content which you felt really it was good, and it's your own production house. You can do it again if you feel that I want to do it again.
Yeah,
it's like that.
No, absolutely. I think these are very relevant points for the audience. It's all about I feel it's all about consistency. There might be reels or there might be content that you feel should go viral and it doesn't, and it sometimes does demotivate you. But again, it's about you consistently putting out content so that something hits with the people. They start following you because you've continuously been adding value to them. So definitely. And you touched upon one point, which is being relevant. So how do you stay relevant in today's time? Like, what are some strategies that you incorporate to stay relevant today?
I'll start with staying relevant in your corporate life, in your companies. See, things are changing every day. Maybe things what were required 5 years back from your type of a job profile, people don't need that. Everyone knows that, right? If you are a sales guy, everyone knows that you can sell that product. The other person is also selling that product. Everyone knows Excel, everyone knows data analytics, everyone can talk about that. It all depends what you are bringing on the table, right? If you are bringing something new ideas, and you can't Google good ideas from AI and put it across the table, because the rule of corporate is if you are coming up with some idea, you have to execute it and prove it if it's liked by the people. Otherwise, it's like a bomb. So you are sitting on that ticking bomb. You bring an idea, and if that, so you have to be very relevant. So finally, at the end of the day, we are sales professional. We are driving revenues, and any company who will hire you and they are paying you good salaries, good incentives, they need you to deliver that value. And value is what? Value is not relationship that people talk good about VVC in the market. They should talk about. They should see that bottom line is growing or not. If I have got, let's say, for example, if I'm handling a business of 200 crore and company is expecting me to grow that business by 5%, they might not come and do a micromanagement where they tell me that, you should take this much of growth from this customer, this much. No, the scenarios are different, the infrastructure is different, the states are different, people are going through different turbulent conditions. Someone can maybe come with good growth, some markets might not grow. So that we need to do. And staying relevant is that you have to be, people should think that they are missing you. There's a common saying in corporate that when you apply for a leave and for 15 days, no one wants you. Your boss can think that you are not required in the system. Everything was fine, you are not there. So you have to be that important that people are actually looking up to you, people are waiting for your suggestions, and for that you need to develop a very good team. You should work with team members, you should take feedback, you should take learnings from them, and as a team, as a unit, you have to be the best in the system.
So you talked about changing market dynamics. So you've been in the sports industry for more than 20 years now. That's a long time, right? How have you seen the sports landscape change over the years?
Oh my God, this is one of the closest question, you can say. This is very close to my heart. And I have seen in 2004 when I joined my first company, this was ESPN Star Sports. At that time, BCCI rights were sold for 1200 crore and the tenure was 5 years. And if I talk about current scenarios, the IPL rights sold for 5 years is 50,000 crore.
Oh my God.
So it has almost gone 47, 48 times.
Wow.
But it's divided into two parts. Digital was not there. So exact amount is around 48,390 crore for both digital and TV rights, where 20,000 crore is contributed by digital. So the landscape has changed. Everyone has a screen in their hand. They can watch content there. They can watch content on a bigger screen, on a television. So it has changed a lot. And when we talk about the overall sports infrastructure in our country, that has developed a lot. We say the BCCI has become so big. You can see, the money, the type of investment which has come via IPL. IPL is the biggest sporting property across the world when we talk about all the leagues. So cricket, it's number one. When we talk about, EPL, English Premier League, and other tennis tournaments, so IPL is one of those big brands. You see international stars coming and performing their teams, and people are getting crazy money. The players are bought for 22, 23 crore rupees. So there's a big amount of money which has come and evolved a lot. So that's no doubt it has changed a lot, and you can expect much more because the format of cricket is getting shorter day by day. Earlier it used to be test cricket, then it became ODI. ODI seems to be out of window now because test cricket is still watched by people who are actually looking for more technique and all. 2020 is right now, that's the hot selling product 2020, because 2020 when T20 cricket was started, it was started with the vision in the mind. In fact, it started from England, right? Because England is in cricket and football too. So they saw, the grounds are empty and no one is coming to watch. So they did a thorough research, and there was a person who said, let's make it a shorter format and people will come and watch it, because it's almost of the same length. It's a bit longer than a football match, but a lot of hits, sixes and all those things. So it's a lot of entertainment package now. It's more of an entertainment. And if you talk to coaches nowadays, even coaches say that kids come with their parents, and the parents says कि make my kid play for IPL team. No more they say, there are people who are, optimistic and they want their kids to play for the nation. Even I am one of those. If I'll take my son or a daughter to coach, I'll say ki I want he should play for country, for India. But people can see lot of money there. So actually because of that, people have started taking sports seriously as a career. Earlier people used to say 100 crore log hain, how you will be a part of that 11 top 11 people playing for the nation, and there was no brand endorsements and all. If you talk about Virat Kohli, he himself is a big brand. If you talk about Rohit Sharma, MSD, Sachin Tendulkar, I believe they all are big brands. You talk about their presence on Instagram, their presence on any of the ad, even on any of the billboards, they are the value. And in India, if I talk about sports, especially cricket, cricket is rising like anything.
Yeah, I think if I draw an analogy, today content creation is getting shorter and shorter day by day. So are your movies, wherein you used to earlier see 3 hours movies.
Right.
Today we have OTT movies which are like 1 hour, and we see quick consumption happening. So even in cricket, people want quick consumption. They want shorter matches probably, or shorter playing times, right? For more entertainment, like you said. So that's a very interesting analogy and a very interesting insight that you've given us. So we've been talking a lot about your content creation journey, and what are some of the challenges that you faced when you started this journey, and what are some of the challenges that you face today while making content?
The biggest challenge I have faced during content creation is that doing it regularly. So whenever I talk about anyone who is coming into this journey, they have to, because your mood, your mood is not the same for 30 days, and if you have to post content every day, people who are watching or who are waiting for your reel to be uploaded, or content on YouTube be uploaded, they are not bothered about how you are feeling. So you should make content when you are in a good mood. You should make a lot of content, edit it, and post it at the right time. And you should have a good library with yourself, because for example, if you are down with viral for 4 or 5 days, how you will make content? So algorithm doesn't understand that. Algorithm is I'll say too rude, and they are not apologetic. They don't care what you have been doing in past. If you are not posting it on a continuous basis, they will they'll just put your content out of the window. So coming back and doing it every day is not very easy. So I believe whoever is starting their journey, let's talk about an example of Instagram. If you want to make content on Instagram, you should make at least 20 reels in advance, then you start posting it. Okay, so it all depends what is the type of content. If you are talking about political content, so scenario is changing every day, you might not be able to do that. But if you are making a content on LinkedIn or a professional or something on marketing, so which can be relevant on any day you post, you can make advanced content. You should do that. And the best thing is your energies have to be very high when you are making. You can't do it like, oh, I'm coming, okay, I'm Aakriti or I'm Vikram. No, you have to be. Because people doesn't want to, people want to look towards vibrant people. They want to see really a flow of energy when you are talking to someone. So they want to see up and bright people. You should do it professionally, whatever gadgets you are. I'm not saying that I have seen people growing to million. They don't have iPhones, they are doing it from their normal phones, and they are doing it, but they are consistent. And they are not caring about, okay, what is my background? Okay, I need some good day, some good Sunday morning, I'll do it. If it's a midnight also, and you feel like, okay, this is the idea, right now I can do that, do it that time. Because your energies are high, you are thinking about that content, record it, get it edited, post it at the right time, that you can do.
Absolutely, that's a great advice, I think, and that's a challenge, the first challenge that you mentioned. It's something that I also face, and you're absolutely right. Being consistent is the most difficult task for a content creator, because you obviously are not your best at all times, right? And it gets so difficult at times to create content, and with that same freshness and that same energy, it takes a toll on you. So yes, having a library and having some extra content in hand is always advisable. So that brings me to my last question. and that is you've had such a successful and such a long career journey, right? What is the most valuable lesson that you've learned through the years?
If I talk about my learnings, I believe there are two important things. First is time management. If you can do a time management, your time management is good, you can do n number of things, because that's one commodity which never comes back. You can lose some big monies in share markets, and you can earn that back, but the time which has gone, today's date when we are doing this podcast, will never come back in our life again. This day is gone means gone. So we both have invested some hours together which might be fruitful for years. So one should value time, how you are using your time, how you are wasting your time.
Absolutely.
So that is one most important thing. And I believe second is that you have to be humble. You have to be humble with people. So try to educate people. Go tell them about their life. Tell them, share. One of my hobbies is that if I'm traveling in cabs, I keep talking with people. I keep talking with them. How are you managing your finances? Are you insured or not? Have you taken a mediclaim? So these are the small services you can give it to society. You don't have to go and do some charity. This is also, if you are helping someone to get insurance, educating their kids, telling them what is in, आप अपने बच्चे को ये पढ़ाइए, so that is also a big boon. And I believe third is hard work pays off. Always, hard work will pay. The only thing is you have to be consistent, be good with people, never think negative about others. I believe you have to focus on your energies, physically, mentally, what you are thinking, a progressive approach. So maybe I have told 4-5 main things what includes in successful life, and at the end of the day we all need to be happy. So find a way which can make you happy. Maybe for someone it can be millions in their bank which can make happy. For someone tab from their kid on their cheek can make them happy. Spending time with your family, spending time with the elder ones in the family makes you happy. So find all those things, and different stages of life we have different targets. At time you want to earn a lot of money, then there is a phase come where you want to settle down, then there is a place where you don't want to earn that much of money, but you want peace in your life. So everyone has to go through that journey. The aggression will come, the controlled aggression will come, less aggression will come. Stay relevant, stay happy, and keep doing the hard work, and be humble to people.
That's awesome advice. I think our viewers are going to learn a lot from this podcast.
Thank you.
And we really thank you for being here today. So thank you so much for coming and giving us your time.
Thank you very much, Aakriti, for having me on the show. Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, that's the end of today's podcast. Hope it was insightful for you. If you like our content, please go like, share and subscribe, and tell us in the comments how you're liking it.